You never sent me a pic.
Me?
Yeah, send me a pic real quick so I could fucking put this up. I forgot to do that. I am so professional today. Don't mind me.
It's fine.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final hour. As per usual, I have a technical difficulty of some sort, but it's okay because you know what? We have fun.
I got you.
The ones you're representing, play Daddy Delta. They're awesome, but still, like that's not you. It's kind of weird.
No, I can act. I don't even know if I should use my real image or like my. Screw it. We'll use this image. There you go. Upload.
Yep, just DM me this image and we'll.
There you go. My anime version. Perfect. My cutesy anime version that I had some.
It's so cute. You got some ladies, some real life ladies running your way, huh?
I guess so, man. I'm just from my profile picture that looks like I'm a 40-year-old, 12-year-old. The kawaii with like the shiny lips and shit. I went on Fiverr and I was just like, I need someone to draw. I'm Animedatty. I need someone to draw me like an anime. So I just had this random dude from I guess like Taiwan. He's like, I'll draw you in my fashion. I was like, oh, that's close enough. And then he couldn't have made me any prettier. He made me pretty as hell. I was like, yo, dude, you didn't have to make me so pretty.
No, that's actually awesome.
Oh, you know, hold on. I'm gonna flip my camera so that I'm facing you.
Oh God, I literally just learned about that earlier this year. And I've been streaming for almost like over a year now.
Hey man, you don't know streamer tips by now?
I know, right? Actually, no, I just got on TikTok for that streamer tip shit. That's actually how I discovered you. It was like you said something random that was like kind of controversial on there, and I'm like, no, you have a point though. You're on point. That was the thing.
I came in pretty hot on TikTok. A lot of my first videos are kind of generic. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I was kind of putting out clips a tiny bit. And then I kind of did some streamer tips, if you will. But then I just realized it was real quick. I was like, this is bullshit. Nobody's like, there's an emptiness to this. Oh, what's up, everybody in the chat? We got the usuals.
We got people. We got people. They could be trolly. It could be whatever. You could attack me, but anyone else, you get kicked from my mods. Me, it's okay.
Oh no, he's hot.
I know he is hot. I mean, shit. I don't swing that way, but like I know when a man's hot or not. I mean, that's how you're comfortable with your sexuality. But first, starting off the final hour craziness like usual. Today on the final hour, I have Animedatty, which is a very interesting name. I thought it was Daddy at one point, but it's Datty, which is a very interesting concept that we could talk about later. But with that being said, on the show, any question I ask that could incriminate, upset you, whatever, or you just don't want to answer for whatever reason, like you don't have to. You could literally bypass, but it makes the show kind of bland. But at the same point, you don't want to incriminate yourself, put yourself in jail, right? I mean,
there's nothing I don't already say that if I haven't gotten canceled yet, then we're probably good.
Exactly. Like this is it's one of those things where it's very rare I'll ask a question, and I've only had like 3 times where that's happened. But with that being said, who is Animedatty outside of just like content creation? Like, what do you do on an everyday basis?
I read electric, gas, and water meters. Before this, I used to play video games. I don't play video games anymore because streaming is my life. Literally, what you see on stream is me. Streaming has completely consumed my life. I mean, I hang out with my friends in my Discord, but outside of streaming, I don't know. I have a dog. I have a long dog. He's around here somewhere. Pretty basic. I have a motorcycle. I read manga. I live up to the name. I watch anime. Oh, man. Okay. I'm just excitable. That's me in a nutshell. Anime, friends, and streaming at this point.
Really?
And maybe a game every once in a while. So
I thank you, Portia, for that follow. How you doing this evening? And we were just talking. Good to see you too. So you pretty much like live up to your name. You stream, and you just like fell into TikTok. And I like found you when you're at like 100 followers. I was like, who is this guy? He's got a message, and he's gonna push through and be like. He's going to portray stuff that a lot of people aren't going to see. And a lot of people don't like, there's not too many people who do that. A lot of people will jump into this thing like, hi, I'm going to do the same thing that everyone else is doing, but not do it with a twist. You actually are doing something that actually stands out. Like you've got this energy about you. And a lot of people might not notice that. And what's up? Yeah, what's up? Yeah, my name's John. Yes, everyone learned my name today. Hell yeah, let's go. So, but what's up, Harps? Happy to catch your stream. Animedatty. Hey, y'all. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I only stream on Twitch, so I don't have that multi-stream thing. But it's okay. So
yeah, I multi-stream like a crazy person.
I know. So what exactly got you into doing streaming in the first place? Like,
I don't know. I saved up all my money and I bought this overpriced PC. I have the 2080 Ti 11 gig, like AMD 39. Like I went balls to the walls with it because I was just working. I would wake up, do my easy ass job, come home, play some, like just the life where you live and you're like content, and then you realize this is fucking bullshit and you're bored as hell. Like my buddy is an electrical engineer who Luke should know, and Steven if he's in there, Andrew, and I met him after a while and I was just like, yo dude, how you been? It's been a while. He's just like, I'm good, I'm existing. And I was like, oh fuck, that sucks. And I've always been a very creative person, so I did like art, music, like anything creative, comedy. I've done it, I've dabbled in, and I never really kept with it for whatever reason. I don't know why. But streaming, I don't remember what the click was. I had this PC, and for whatever reason, I guess I saw Twitch or I knew of through osmosis, and I said, fuck it, I'll just start doing it. It's easy. You kind of set everything up, blah, blah, blah. Yep. I literally don't remember why I started going live. Like, I really don't. That's how far into this rabbit hole I am. But yeah, I started with Call of Duty like any other schmuck that looks like me. And like, it was fun. And then I got wrapped up in a bunch of follow for follow, wrapped as support for support communities.
I think we've all done that at one point until we learn that it does nothing.
Here's the deal. It does nothing if you let it do nothing. The one community I was in, Famalama Ping Pong, shouts out, fucking great guy, built a community with honesty. He wanted it to work out. There was some pure it wasn't a funnel up situation. I mean, that's kind of what it ended up. That's what happens in those types of communities. Mm-hmm. But I made tons of real connections because I wanted to. I became very extroverted in that sense. Normally, I'm not very much like that. If you find me on the street, I'm kind of just like, don't fucking come near me. What do you want? What is this? Hey, get out of the way. Literally, I can't leave my apartment. Shit, even in my apartment. I can't leave my apartment without like just being angry for zero reason. Like, right? I don't know if people think I'm a happy... Well, I'm a happy person, but like at any moment, I'm the hawk. Like I'm literally always angry. Okay. So I don't know. I just started going, man. I streamed. I game in this community. I met if you look at a lot of my first interviews, they're all just friends that I made. They were mods of the community that I just really liked. And I made the best of it. I know a lot of them have fallen off. Some of us stopped streaming. Some of them have just kind of gone off their own ways. But those communities can get very, very, very toxic and have so many expectations. And as I talk to more and more streamers, these realizations, and I think that's what every streamer should do, is just genuinely talk to other streamers. And that's why I love my show. Because like, just any form of content creators. A lot of people don't realize that you just talk about any content creator that like is on your level or just like has that vibe where you just vibe with them. Like you relate with them. And you talk to them, you learn from them. Either like the connection works great in the long run or something happens and you guys break apart. It happens. But talking to people, meeting people, and just having those connections is like key. And a lot of people really think as in, hey, I'm going to go live. I'm going to grow like a motherfucker. You don't! But anyway, Steven says he heard his name. And then Carmilla, exactly. Back to follow doesn't do much in some instances because a lot of them unfollow the same week you follow them. The thing is, you could do follow for follow, boost your number if your number stays up there and you get higher up on the tier, but it doesn't do anything for you in view-wise. You just have a bigger number. It's bloated. Yeah, a lot of people, follower count doesn't mean shit. Like, I don't want to be mean to my follower count because there are assumingly people behind those numbers. But at the end of the day, no, plenty of people who we watch or that I watch on a regular basis have super high 16K. I was watching, I think, Big E today because I have a weird like nemesis vendetta against this fucking guy for some reason. And he has 16K. He just came back to Twitch and he's like, I don't want to shit. Like, this isn't me shit talking, but, and I will drop names. Like you asked me.
I don't care.
Dude, I don't care. I will say whatever the fuck I want. So sorry. Like,
well, the thing is, if you're saying something that you want, but you're not slandering someone's name, and you're talking about your personal opinion, is fine. It's granted and it's warranted. It's when you drop someone's name and you're just straight up bullshitting and lying that's when there's a problem. Like, you're causing drama. This is not Facebook.
Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like comments can cause drama, but I'm usually trying to come from an open and honest opinion based like avenue of things. So this dude has 16K followers and he was averaging about like 20-ish people. And it's like, if you want to compare and look at other creators like that, I did a stream coaching thing where the dude has like 35K followers. I think he's a partner streamer, averages about the same numbers I do. And it's just like, what happens? That's the hard part about content creation, is constant. That's why I'm upset that I'm behind on clips. Like, you have to keep pumping stuff out that's decent. You have to keep building the connections, maintaining the connections, yada, yada, yada. And it's just, follower count unfortunately means fucking zilch, but a lot of people look at it and go, oh my God, that's such a big number. But it's about the concurrent viewership or the activeness of your audience.
Exactly. The ironic thing about like viewership and all of this, like, it's the only time where it really kind of matters is YouTube, because when you got the sub count, they're related to your channel and they want to see your type of content. When it comes to Twitch, that is totally different. And because like they want to experience you. And like my follower count, I got 1,600, but it's not, I consider that like not real, because a lot of it was from, in the beginning, I was on a couple giveaways. So the giveaways just boosted it. And it didn't do anything for my channel because no one came.
Yep. I did a giveaway. If you guys go to my YouTube, Animedatty, promo.
No, you can promote all you want. Actually, what's your link tree? Drop it in.
I don't have a link tree. Literally go to animedatty.com. That's it.
Oh, you got one of those? I got one too. FinalHarps.com. Oh, yeah.
No website. Fuck a link tree, get a website. You schmoes.
And and then you can put ads on there. Did you know that?
I'm not sure. I use the Streamlabs like built-in tips page. You can actually make it.
No, I actually got my own like GoDaddy website. Yeah.
I need to dial in and make a real website, but right now it was just easy and time is a thing. But fuck, lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
We do that.
What we got to the website. What was I talking about? YouTube. Oh, so I have a video that goes into giveaways. I did a Black Friday giveaway where I had a ton of great prizes, blah, 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 because I wanted to test the idea. I was still brand new and I didn't really find any research on how giveaways really affect things. At this point, nobody really talked about giveaways on Twitch Talk. So I was surprised. I was like, I'm going to do this experiment. I'm going to do this giveaway. And lo and behold, hey, only do giveaways for the people, your very core audience. And then maybe from there, they can share it themselves. But having a generalized giveaway, you're going to get tons of empty follows, if not bots, and it is not worth it in the long run. If there's anything I can suggest to before I started doing this, it was just go into this and just deal with the slow growth. Like, the slow growth is the best. Small pockets of virality are cool, but the slow growth has just been the most genuine. I've made the most, like, my slowest performing videos on TikTok have the best return on, say, relationship building.
So the ironic thing is, like, how I got partnered on my YouTube channel was from guides on TikTok. I just wrote a whole bunch of guides, a lot of stuff that information people are looking for. And I've met quite a few people. I also ran OC cosplay contest on TikTok. So they would have to come, they would have to make their own sounds because of YouTube, because the voting system would be put on YouTube, and every single person in info would be actually there, and actually you had to like the person's individual section or name to be able to get the votes, and whoever had the most won. And Glassman coming in with that rate of party of 40. Holy shit, my man, you getting this like thing going. Thank you. How was your glass creating this evening? I would, you gotta send me some of your glass creating, because this guy is actually really cool. He actually blows glass on stream.
I was about to say glass blower. Yeah, that's cool shit. I have a buddy who does that.
I've never seen anyone else do that, and that's just freaking cool. But like, it's so true with like growth. Well, let's kind of roll back to you, because we could discuss about what's it called? We could discuss about anything all the time, right? Like, that's just like how we can be. We could just like talk about streaming, twitching, content creation, and all this. So you got into content creation. You don't even remember why, and you started creating content. And you're just like, oh, this is very interesting. I like meeting people. I like growing. And so when you started creating content, like, did you have an initial goal?
No, like I said, I played Call of Duty and popped memes, but I did join those communities and I met a ton of people that I liked. I watch fuck tons of podcasts. Also, welcome in, Raiders. Nice to meet you. My name's Animedatty. But I love podcasts. I listen to podcasts all day long. Comedy podcasts usually. Clearly, I watch Joe Rogan because look at me. But like I just, whatever it is, I've turned into a grandpa where I basically listen to talk radio all day because that's fine. That's fine. You get older and you stop listening to punk rock music, you listen to talk radio. These things happen. And I tried starting a podcast a little while back with a couple roommates. And it's kind of like the beauty of streaming is the fact that I can do it all on my own. Mm-hmm. Everything I've put into this is all because of me. Now, yes, I do work with other creators, but for the most part, all of this is because of the work that I put in, and that feels fucking great. I've been in bands before. You know what happens when you're in bands?
You're marrying 5 other people that fucking don't want to follow direction and go anywhere. You give them a task, they don't fucking do it, and you're just like, come on, bro, I asked you to write this part, and you don't fucking do it. Yes.
So you know, it's the beauty of streaming is that I'm completely independent on my work. Everything I put in, I had a TikTok that I put out where I'm glad that Twitch is hard to, their discoverability isn't good because it means that all the work that I put in. McQueeb. Yeah.
Yes, you were talking to McQueeb about that. Yes, I caught him on TikTok one day and I watched his stream for a little bit. I'm like, very chill, not my kind of stream but very cool dude.
Very chill.
Very chill.
I was talking about discoverability and it's just the work that I put in. So when I joined these communities and I got to meet people, I was just like, at that time, I hadn't seen anyone else doing podcasts. This Twitch is so big, but you get put into a pocket depending on where you start and how. Like right now, as I'm on Twitch and meeting more and more people, I'm coming across other people who do the same. Like clearly, you also do podcasts. Clearly, I'm not the first person to do podcasts. What I can do is bring my personality to it, and then maybe a little bit something different. So I like podcasts. And I went full dive. Like I don't game on my channel at all. Like I stop games. Games are for me. I don't want to share my gaming experience with anyone else. That's fine. I'm not telling everybody to do that, but I niched down on podcasts and it came from wanting to meet people. And it was just the spark of an idea. I was in this giant community. It was kind of like, I can put myself in front of this huge group that there was like over 1,000 people in the Discord. And just kind of like advertise in that Discord and interview all the people a part of that community. Now, obviously, that community was very self-centered because it's a support community. So people are only going to stick around for themselves, which happens. It's the nature of the beast, too. Like some of the people I've interviewed, I haven't talked to since I interviewed them. That's fine. But luckily, the people who I have interviewed, they've tried to be friends. Like they have to have at least hung around me a little bit. And I've had to been able to vibe with them. But a lot of people hit me up and they go, hey, how can I be on your show? And I'm like, if you don't know how to get on the fucking show, you're not getting on the show. Like, especially now, I don't have the fucking time. Like,
I asked you. You're like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like you need to delegate your time.
Yes.
Like after a certain point.
Oh, yeah. Like you do. You really do. And I spoke to a business agent. And he gave a business planner / agent, whatever you want to call him. He actually gave me a layout. He's like, limit your time. Do this. And also with that, Portia, you could start it up anytime. You can even do it with just your phone and just put it up the camera and go. Like you can start anywhere. I didn't start with this. Like if you see the camera on his screen on the top right hand corner, how crappy that is, that's the camera I started with. Now I got this Canon Rebel 80 Ti with cool specs and stuff because my viewers, they all help me out. But for real, that's not like, it's not a joke. You got to limit your time because I was doing like 4 or 5 a week. And then by the time I was done rendering all the videos and everything, because about getting the highlight, getting the minute clip, and then posting everything, doing the tag titles, description for YouTube, the thumbnail, and even the upload time, it takes about 2.5 hours per video just to get everything done. And I was killing myself. I'm like, no. So like delegating your time is key, like, and knowing your limits and setting up schedules, doing this. And like, cause I only do Tuesday through Friday. And that's all I do.
That's still too much. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's still too much. I mean, it's obviously your time. You choose how to do it. I think I stream too much, and I only stream 3 days a week for 2 hours each, except for Saturdays. Like I might only just go to Saturdays at this point, just because that's where the most people actually, that's where the most people are showing up, because that's what I advertise in my TikToks. Like stream, shout out Saturdays. The content lives off. All of the growth that I've had is from interacting on TikTok. Interacting on TikTok and now Twitter. Things are moving over to Twitter. Everybody follow me on Twitter. Promo. Follow me on Twitter, you idiots.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Is do your link. Oh yeah.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
.com, right?
Yeah, just Animedatty. No worries. I will slide in some call to actions every now and then, because that's how you got to do it. But it's more so about, with a podcast, luckily there are hopefully plenty of moments like I constantly am hitting the stream marker button, and then what happens is I go in, I highlight the video from those stream markers, and then I condense that highlight video for my YouTube, because nobody knows who we are. Nobody's going to sit through 2 hours of fucking nobody. So the highlights go to my YouTube, and then the clips also go to my YouTube plus the social media. But even then, that's not what it's about. The idea is you get a couple people from those clips, and then you interact with those people who seem genuine. And then that's how I've gotten any of the audience that I have. Now, a huge portion of my audience is from TikTok, because social media is just that. It's social. You need to treat it that way and build real. Like I can't say that enough, is make genuine relationships. That's the fucking tip. That's the fucking streamer tip. Like it's not easy either.
It's sad. I still will listen to those, because some of them actually do have good tips. Some of them are actually good, or like someone will say something I already know that I put in the thing, like, this is actually really good info. People need to know this.
Yeah. The streamer, I don't want to devalue streamer tips. There is good information out there, but at this point it's super saturated, but then not, because there's constantly new streamers who don't see the nature of TikTok as stuff is flowing through. Nobody goes through people's page. So it's a weird beast, but that, like, if I were to keep making a streamer tip every week, it would be just like, be genuine and make friends and be personable. Like, be relatable and be personable. Like, that is fucking huge.
Yes, that is huge. Being real and just being yourself. Like, you were talking to McQueeve, and I love this debate you guys were having, right? It's like, how you were saying, like, when you're tired, just don't stream, right? You just don't, like, if you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. I have a different thought on that. For me, if it's my streaming night and I'm dead tired, I will say in the Discord, like, hey, I'm starting a little later. I'm getting just resting before I go. And I go anyway, because my viewers, I want them to experience who I really am. I don't want them to always experience, like, at my top game. I mean, I could always be like, hey, what's up, guys? Let's go. But there's other times I'm like, hey, what's up? How's your day going? Like, I'm a little tired, but good. But I'd rather have my viewers know who I really am, so that way they understand, like, oh, are you okay? You tired? Oh, I was just tired. Like, fuck work, and then, like, go on like a talk and be relatable with them. When you cross that line where you're not even interjecting, like, who you really are, you stop losing that authentic personal connection with your audience, and it drives me nuts when people do that. So,
sorry.
We could talk about this for hours.
I saw a fart.
I got. That's my wife. Blood Vixen's my wife. She actually is the one who helped me out getting to know all these OC creators. Like, you should put her on your show. Actually, you really should. She's really cool. I'll try to set that up, babe. How about that? Yeah. She just hit 100,000 followers on TikTok. So yeah, but.
Impressive, very, very impressive, but also a weird beast. Followers? Does she also stream?
That's the only thing she does.
She only streams?
It's really hard for her because she has a lot of medical conditions. So she does what she can, and she does what she can. I wish she could stream and do more stuff. Like, I wish we could co-stream sometimes, but it's really hard for her and anxiety. So
no, that's fine. Mm-hmm. The kicker with TikTok follows is that it's a very like, it's the same like we mentioned earlier. Followers are fantastic, and I do not want to take that. That is a fucking phenomenal milestone. But it is true. If you want to talk about Twitch, the click over rate from TikTok to Twitch is so hard. It's
usually 1% to 10% max on any switchover, anything. And so it's like, you could say, I have 1 million followers on TikTok. Now, depending on who you are, most of the time when you say, hey, I want to go live on Twitch, you might only get 1% of that, which is what, 1,000 people at most? At most, if you're lucky. So
even so, yeah,
it's like one of those, like, that's really how it goes. Hey, I got all these followers on YouTube. Why don't you go to TikTok? They might hate TikTok. Like, I mean, it's just, it is what it is. It's one of those, like, I agree with that.
Here's the thing. People who are on TikTok want to be on TikTok. Like, when I see someone go live on TikTok, I saw them go live on TikTok. I'm not seeing them. I get a notification for Twitch. If I see someone go, if I'm on TikTok and someone's live and I jump in there live, and I'm sure you've seen it where they're kind of just like,
I've done it.
Oh, you've done that?
I've done that. Yeah. I don't care. Don't do that. Because no, I don't care because like I don't go on TikTok like that, and my audience knows that. My audience knows that.
Here's the thing. I think it's I think it's an abuse of the the feature. If you're going live on TikTok, you should treat. My favorite is when either you multi-stream full on, like I've started to do, where the whole show is on TikTok and people can just watch a show through TikTok, or go live before. Drop a video that you want, a clip, go live a half hour, 15 minutes before, and then go live on Twitch and push the audience over, or maybe blend it in the first little bit. I think it's me personally, I think it's rude. Obviously, I'm not telling anyone not to do it because who the fuck am I? But personally, when I show up to a live and I maybe want to chat in that, I've had really good chats in TikTok lives. And when I show up and it's a fucking billboard and all I hear is, oh, fuck, man. And somebody's like, that is rude as fuck to me. And I know a lot of people don't care. I'm very like, Larry David with things. So please. No,
it's honestly, like, you have a valid point, and who you are is a person with a valid opinion. Now, like, with that, I look at that, and that's why I don't go live on there too often. I want to do that, but then at the same point, my whole, like, I don't care. Like, really, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. But at the same point, I'm like, there's no real point because, like, there's no interaction. And it's like, that's a good idea. That's what I should start doing technically, is go live before it and then push them over. I've never actually decided to do that, but I could do that. So
tricky because once again, you have to decide. Also, some people don't pop in. Like, you can watch a TikTok video without like entering it if you find it through like the follow page or the For You page. So people can be watching, but that's the whole thing with like lurkers, because for whatever reason, TikTok announces people that enter the room, but there could be lurkers there still watching through that, and kind of like, I do that plenty of times because you can. If you can lurk on something, I'm gonna lurk on it. But
exactly.
That's my opinion on it. You can still go live while having it off to the side. That's fine. It's just, to me, like, I don't know. I like to be more genuine with my broadcast. It's either going to be the full broadcast on there or something a little different. That's all.
Fair enough. I get you. That makes a lot of sense. And it's more logistically sound because you're actually interacting with them and you can develop a new connection. And that's like the key with all this. Now, why do you like anime?
There's a fucking 180.
We're on one topic for way too long. We gotta switch it up a little bit.
One topic for that's not. You're out at a diner and you're just like, yeah. So I don't know. The president died, but you know, my azalea bushes are fucking cut. Like, it's like 180. Why do I like anime? I don't know, because it's a Japanese cartoon and it's silly goose and there's just like chicks who like, I don't fucking know. It's good. I watched it growing up. It's changed me as a person. Gurren Lagann is great. I have this around my neck. I love Japan. I'm a weeaboo. There's no real good answer to that, I've found, because I've been asked that before. Why do you like anime? And it's just fun, dude.
Yes.
Why does my dad like pirates and fucking cowboys? Because those were the things that he liked when he was a kid, and for whatever reason, there's something that it's the nostalgia of things. Like with my father, obviously, because he's of an older generation, cowboys and pirates and whatnot are actual real things that like killed shit. But like the stuff that I watch is a cartoon, so it's devalued. That always like weirdly bothered me, was the fact that silly shit is kind of real. Like G.I. Joe, I guess you can kind of put like anything army sort of related. But like when our parents or my parents look at cartoons, that's just what we had. Like what was on the TV for them was like cowboys and Indians and pirates and whatnot.
That's true.
And I had fucking Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, and Inuyasha. So like that's just, It's just what I saw as a kid. I fell in love with it. The culture is amazing. It's based off of. So I love anime because it's just like any other entertainment. There's stories to be told in a media that is fascinating to me. I love the art styles of all of them. You can debate the whole sub versus dub. I'll watch both, but
my problem is when it's dub, I concentrate on the reading too much. I don't even get to watch the show. That's my issue.
But when you
no, reverse it. Sub. I gotta reverse subtitles. The subtitle ones, okay. I can't watch the show. It's either I'm watching or reading.
Yeah, but in theory, you're reading you should get. For me, it's the opposite, because if I'm reading subtitles, I get more of the show because it's like reading a book. Like I can glance and get ideas of what, like say you're reading a book, you're getting the full, your imagination is running, you're fully immersed, the words. I mean, shit, I put subtitles in all my TikToks because that's just part of interaction. I think subtitles actually have a better deep dive for content because you can full in, especially if you're someone with like attention deficit disorder, which I think I've been diagnosed. I don't even know at this point. Can you tell I'm spazzy as fuck? But like that focused me. I read it out. It is fucking it's like funneled into my brain, and then the images are just extra. So I'm kind of like on the opposite end of that.
See, I hate reading because I never was able to grasp what I read. For some reason, my memory won't grab it. So that's why I'm always good with images and stuff. But like everyone's different. Everyone's like, "Oh, you like that?" No, I like it because I can't fucking read it. I can read it fast enough, but I can't fucking see it. Like,
I can appreciate that. That's totally like I said, I'm the opposite. When I have to read subtitles, it catches my attention more because I have to concentrate. And I think that's, I guess, do you have concentration issues?
Me?
Or like, are you able to like dial in, or are you kind of just like
hyper focus?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably it. I'm kind of the opposite, where I'm just like, I'm like a fucking squirrel.
Look, squirrel with titties. No one redeemed it, but that is one of my redeems.
Where's that from? That sounds familiar.
I was doing an interview with someone, and I think when someone gives me biddies, I say thank you for the titties. And someone said, "Look, squirrel," and I just combined the two.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my brain. Yes. So
that's fine.
What is your favorite anime you have ever seen?
Haruhi Suzumiya. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Why is that?
Because it's
just because that's it. Really?
Just because it's a good anime.
Just because it's good.
Smash equal a lot of daycare and flow over. Yes, Car, absolutely. Haruhi Suzumiya, he hyper focuses on one nip. Nice, same. You can only focus on one nip unless they're big enough that you can kind of put them close together. But
yes,
booby loobies. I like Haruhi Suzumiya because it's a slice of life anime with a twist. It's about a girl who is a god, but she is not allowed to find out. And the guy who just wants to have a normal life, Kion, is wrapped up in all these crazy adventures, and he's just trying to be a normal dude. And it's a story about like friendship and fucking chaos. And I don't know, I just, for whatever reason, it was the life I always wanted in high school, as one does when they watch shit in high school. You want to be someone you're not. And it's just, I love the characters in it. I thought, I have it right here. The first manga. Already season me. We got it. The animation's great. The story's great. I think it has some moe tropes and whatnot, but absolute favorite anime.
Nice.
So, GTO, nice. Great Teacher Onizuka. Is that what you're talking about? Yo, if San?
Saying gesture.
If you're talking about Great Teacher Onizuka, are you fucking Great Teacher Onizuka?
He's like, yo.
On my top list, the live action is so fucking good. The original one, because they did two different ones. I have the original one on DVD that I got bootleg, I think. I don't think it's bootleg, but it might be. Dude, Great Teacher Onizuka. Such a great story. Just some fucking badass biker who became a teacher, wants to help these degenerate kids. Like, that is a fucking good pull, dude. Yeah, there was two live actions. They did an original one with I forget the actor's name, but he used to drive this Kawasaki Z1 900, this beautiful fucking bike. Ugh, damn, that was a pull. That is definitely up there. Jester, thank you. Sorry.
Damn, Jester really fucking threw something right there. Usually he throws loops and just says these comments where you're just like, Really? But that was good. That's good. Baby Driver.
Good movie, Steven. Very good movie, but I can't really. That's Andrew's movie. That's my buddy Andrew. That's like one of his favorite.
Nice.
The Driver from Drive. Yes.
Anyway,
So,
you dropped affiliate, right? And so you can multi-stream. Why did you drop affiliate to multi-stream? Like, are you actually seeing a difference by doing so?
Probably not. I'm probably maybe losing money because people don't want to hit a couple extra buttons, but I'm not doing it for the money. I dropped affiliate because I have once again, everybody have a YouTube video. It's called Ditch Twitch. That kind of, it says it in a lot better way. It's very well edited because I had a buddy edit it. But if you want the real reason, watch that for a more coherent, or like, actually why I dropped affiliate was because I kept hearing, or I always hear, be genuine about your content, blah, blah. I want the audience to be in my channel because they want to be there. If they want to support financially, I want to make it so that they want to support financially. There's a lot of clout chasers. There's a lot of people who drop subs, blah, 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 because it's easy. It's part of the whole camaraderie of Twitch. It's fine. I don't want to take anyone's idea of support away. Like, Twitch makes it easy for a reason, blah, blah, blah. But I felt weird for tons of reasons, whether it was the financial reasons because Twitch takes half of the money. And the part is me. It's not me getting half of the money. It's the fact that the people donating are losing half of their money. Why are you giving half of your money to a platform when you could just directly donate? What is the fucking mindset? So you can get a hype train? Hype trains are fucking great. Do not get me wrong. Once again, not trying to devalue, but for me, I wanted to build a show, a brand, an audience that was there for me, and that's it. Money comes later. I have a Patreon. You can sign up for the Patreon. There's extra content where I say shit where I can definitely get canceled. So consider signing up for the Patreon. But end of day, it was about, if I'm doing this is a passion project. This is a hobby that will hopefully somehow graduate. I invest in some way, whether it be editing, social media, marketing, stuff like that, or the stream itself blows up. But the way I can just be me completely is by taking that financials out of it and then not having that pressure and then knowing that people are there for me. Because, as people can come in, especially when I was in those communities and people would just come in and drop subs and bits. And you're like, are you doing this because you just want your name seen? And like, I wanted to remove that. That's one of the reasons. Multi-streaming is an extra cool perk, but that's not why. In fact, multi-streaming, I probably wouldn't suggest it. There's really no reason to multi-stream. All of your audiences, tons of people who went to YouTube are coming back to Twitch because Twitch just has this built-in audience. There's just something about Twitch, and that's fine.
It's not even that. It's the fact that like the interaction between your viewers is so much easier. YouTube doesn't have that. Like, it's just... Like, you say you got emotes on your channel for YouTube. I can't use those on any other channel. Like, yeah. You know that, right? So, like, if someone does the whole, what's that? The fucking, you know how they could, like, sub to your channel but pay their version? Remember, they become a member to your channel. You cannot, you could put, like, emotes in there, but you cannot use those emotes anywhere else.
Really?
Yeah. I've tried it. And I'm like, why can't I use my own emotes? Or maybe it's just my own I can't use. I mean, it is what it is. But it's very...
Here's the thing. I don't get that. There are people, and these people literally need to suck the brown off my butthole because it's insane. These are the weird expectations and the roles that people put on Twitch that don't like other people putting their own, like, say I come to your page, like say I'm watching your page right now and I drop my own emotes, which I can do. Like, guys, I still have my emotes. You can't use them, but I can, which I think fucking hilarious, because the idea is if I drop my emotes, it means I'm self-promoting. There's people who legit think that dropping your own emotes if you're a streamer, like I just did, is self-promoting and rude to do.
Really? I don't give a fuck. Like, shit.
I don't know. Well, yeah, obviously you shouldn't. Like, if you think that's, first of all, upset, actually get upset for people.
Let's go.
For self-promoting in their pages are fucking weak creators. If somebody comes into my chat and they say, all right, dude, I'm about to go stream, I'll see you later. It's okay, dude, have a good stream. If you get angry about that because you think they're going to take your views or whatever, or it's just bad looks, okay, you have a brittle fucking soul. Like, I understand it's upsetting in a way, it's bad looks, but some people just aren't like that. Or if you have a built relationship with them, because I know a couple people who just do that. Like, they're literally about to go stream because we're all streamers. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. But I've done that in other streamers that they thought they built a relationship. I think Cosplay, actually, Carmilla can say it. Like, Cosplay has done this where he's gone into other people's streams and be like, all right, dude, I'm about to jump on. I'll talk to you later. And then they like ban him or they like mute him or some shit because he's self-promoting technically. It's like, hey, what a brittle fucking soul. You're playing video games on the internet, you muppet. If you think that's taking your views, hey.
Okay. This is my philosophy. Oh shit. Excitement. Who did that? The castle played it for 20 bits. The Metal Gear Solid sound. But anyway, with like, you were saying the self-promotion, which I agree. Now, like, if you're going to go in there and be like, hey, can you guys come watch my stuff? I'm going to do, like, that's different. But if you're saying, if you know the person, you're like, hey, I'm going to go stream. Like the other night, I just met someone and I'm like, hey, I do a show. You should come on it sometime. Because the guy sounded pretty cool. He was streaming, he was playing Apex. I'm trying to meet more of Apex people because my goal is to reach Predator in that game, which is the highest ranked shit, and I still kind of suck. But at the same point, that's my goal. That's what I want to do. And there was no hate there. He popped in here, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go. Like, that's just like, the thing is, when you're a streamer, you literally just go in there and you're like, hey, I'm going to go stream. I'll talk to you guys later. You're not stealing anyone's audience. And if you take someone's audience and they like your stream better, maybe you should go there and learn something from it. Like Marguerite Williams, one of my good friends, she is in every single person I raise, she pops in their stream and hangs out. And she always comes back to my stream, and I watch their stream, I come back, you learn from them. Like, I'd rather have my audience meet other people, because what if, like, I'm not the one person they want to watch all the time? I mean, I'm a very unique person. What if they want to watch someone else? What if they want to chill, hang out, do their own thing? That's just how it is. And we just got back on the topic of Twitch and other stuff. That was a good segue and U-turn from anime.
Yeah, thanks for. You're welcome for putting us back on Twitch. No,
I don't even know how the fuck that happened. But it's all good.
Dude, I told you, I literally only talk about streaming now.
No, like, that's good.
Animedatty is the moniker. I used to be Animedatty69 because I didn't think this was going to be going any. Like, I didn't think this would build into what I've built. But yeah, I mean, I don't regret my name. I love my name now. People call me Anime. You can call me Jordan. It's whatever you want. But like, the daddy part was a joke. Like, this, it was a joke name because I was like, this is silly. This is what people want to see. They want to see silly fucking name. Animedatty69. Ha ha ha. Hilarious. But yeah, no, I don't really live up to the anime part that much. I have the Otaku Talks podcast on Mondays, but this past Monday I didn't do anything because I ended up talking about streaming shit because I'm, like I said, I'm fascinated with this world, these communities.
You just keep learning, and that's what the knowledge about streaming and meeting people, understanding like what works, what doesn't work, what are your goals, what are you trying to do, where are you trying to go. Like, the one question I ask every streamer that's just starting out is like, who are you? Now, I have an empty plate. What are you going to put on this plate? Like, and there you go, what do you mean? I'm like, well, if I'm going to hand you an empty plate, what are you going to do with it? You're going to look at me like I'm a psychopath, crazy, right? But if I hand you a plate full of steak, potatoes, gravy, just the works, what are your favorite dish in the world, and cooked by the Gordon Ramsay, right? You're going to go like, I want that. How are you going to fill that plate? And how are you going to have your consumers consume what you want to give them? What do you have that no one else has? What are you going to give that no one else can give? And what can you give? What are you trying to give?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I want everybody to quit streaming because it's an empty venture. Stop fucking streaming, you idiots. You're not going to be famous. No.
Unless you're Bella Porsche and you just do the head bob thing and back and forth.
No, life is fucking bizarre. We all end up in the ground. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Right? It's what you leave behind.
It's what you leave behind. Which is actually, that is fucking that. If you're going to stream, make sure you're having fun and leave a legacy. And then you might be thinking, what's a fucking legacy to streaming? Like, if you're a real content creator, and I don't, once again, like, this is why I'm surprised that anyone fucking likes me. If you're a real content creator, you leave a legacy even at the smallest degree. Small clips. Yep. Like, this show is your fucking legacy, whether you end it tonight or you keep going for forever. Like, you've built something. Whether you garner an audience of tens of thousands of people or just tens of people. Like that's totally fine. That's amazing in any sense because life is what you make of it. At least that's how I feel. It's the purpose of life is to give it purpose, in my opinion. There's, there's theories on it, but what I'm bringing to streaming is the fact that I want people to have conversations. I want to push people's buttons because at the end of the day, I have no horse in this race. Like my horse is in the race, but he's not fucking racing. He's literally just hanging out on the track, just kind of like fucking nudging people and being like, fuck it. I still get paid at the end. It's like when you get paid after losing a fight. That's me. I'm still getting paid. Like I'm still getting paid for the fight. Like I'm not even worried about, I'm still bobbing and weaving because I don't want to get hit, but like I'm still getting paid if I lose. Like I'll literally just be like, oh, you got me. But I want to push other streamers' boundaries. I want to make sure people aren't spinning their wheels. That's my biggest thing with streaming is I don't want people to spin their wheels because a lot of people can spend a lot of time stressing out. I mean, I do, and this is supposed to be a hobby, but you need to be focused on your content so much or creating something or just playing games with friends that it does not affect you because there's so much time that can be stuck in your own head being, why are people not liking me? Why is my content not popping off? And it's because nobody fucking likes you. Like you have to prove yourself. You have to prove yourself. You have to create relatable content. And like, that's what I'm just trying to get this message out. I want to push people to be better creators if I can. I want to have open conversations about controversial shit. Like the whole, right now the big thing is like women and male statistics and other stuff and blah blah blah. Like I want to have those conversations. I want to have a diverse audience because I like talking clearly. But it's that's what I want to bring to the table of stream. I want to create shows, and like I said, I only do podcasts because these chats are, I think, very important to have because there's a lot of gray area and subjectiveness because that's what creation is. Like if an artist puts out a piece of work, he might have an idea for it, but at the end of the day, it's how you interpret it. And that's a lot of streaming. Same thing goes with how you stream. Like today I was watching Biggie. I'll bring him up again. He did a video making fun of someone who had follower only mode on. Now you go, yeah, that's stupid. That's not how you grow a page. He put him on screen and it was really toxic and rude. And you would think from a creator who's been around for a while, like you don't act like that.
No, you sit there and say, hey, if you want more interaction with your chat, turn off follower only mode because I personally don't follow people who don't follow. But that I've done that to people and they're like, I didn't even know I had that on.
Well, here's the deal. I know several creators who have gained a audience of about 1,000 people, a very good audience, and gotten a decent return, and that whole time having follower only mode on. Because what that does, it puts up a barrier of entry. And it says, you need to make the conscious decision to take part in this community. You need to watch my stream and say, I mean, it's just a fucking button. It's the same as if somebody can click past a button, it's like, that just means so much more. I think it's a smart idea, in fact, to have only follower only mode on, because then you're only getting people who truly want to take a chance on your stream. I think that is a valid argument. And if you say that's not a way to grow on Twitch,
that is a valid argument. But my rebuttal on that is when I go into stream and I don't know you, like I will randomly pop in a random stream and I'll start typing. That's what I do first. I don't know you. So I start typing. And depending on how fast you respond, if you're not doing anything in the game, you're just chilling, you're just flowing and there's nothing going on, then you're not reading chat. I start counting it down. And I time it. And then I type again. Time it. Type again. And then if they don't respond, then I just leave. If they respond and they start talking and conversating and we're having a good conversation, it's relatable, then I hit that follow button because I know I relate to you. I know I can talk to you. I know there's something there. That's why I don't like follower only mode because like I don't want to drop that because what if like you're just not going to talk? You're not whatever. Not even going to say thank you that you followed. I mean, sometimes people miss that, but at the same point, it's like, what? Like, but your sense, what you're saying, making a barrier where it's like, hey, I'm going to press this and make people engaged. It's different. It works with some people when they actually are engaging.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Different. There's no right or wrong way to stream. That's the biggest thing. There are methods that will help you grow faster. But once again, I will say, in my opinion, slow growth is the best growth. All the people who have been working with follower only mode on and they do it right, they put on good shows. They're not just playing a game. They assumingly already have people in chat that are interacting with each other. So you see, it's like walking into a party. Picture this. Or not even kind of like, I guess a show, literally a show. You walk a show, so the streamer's up on stage and there's people in the room already. Assumingly, let's just assume that this person's already garnered an audience of some kind. It's not just a zero viewer Andy. Even still, you come in, you see people talking in the chat. You're like, okay, you like the conversation a little bit. Everybody knows each other because it's follower only. So it's assumingly only going to be people who know each other. So they're interacting with each other. You're like, I want to be a part of this. I choose to hit that button. It's not an empty, I hit the button, I can already chat. It is a true barrier. Because like I said, it's really not that big of a barrier. It's literally just a button. But I think it means something when you go to chat. You go, oh, this person has built a space. And that's what you should be doing on Twitch, is you need to build a space on Twitch for yourself. And then you just add that, check the ID at the door sort of thing. And I think that's totally fine. I think that's a fantastic way. And to devalue that is just rude. And I did see, Carmelo, you said something about a 2-week follower only period. That's fucking stupid. It should be instantaneous. That's silly goose behavior. That's someone who either got hurt in some way or is just an idiot. There's shit like that. But I think when other bigger creators or people go after certain tips like that, like don't use follower only, it's not a way to grow. I think that's so asinine. And you can't consider yourself leading in any way or someone who can give advice if you can't be open to other points of view or blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Big E put up that original video where he like called out this guy. And he's just like, it was very toxic behavior. That's not the way to grow, blah, blah, blah. And then he took it back because a bunch of people, including me, were like, hey, maybe he has a reason for it, you fucking Muppet. Also, I say Muppet a lot. I'm sorry. I don't know.
That's fine.
It's my buzzword. And then he made a second video. He was just like, well, blah, blah, blah.
Sorry. Those are the people I can't stand. It's like, oh, I'll say this, be all firm. Then no, I'm going to run back because someone said something. It's like, bro, like, you say something, stay firm to it. Like, I don't believe in follower only mode because I have my reasons. I'm not going to take it back, but I'm also not going to sit there and blast someone out unless, like, I'm looking for someone, like, on stream, like, damn, he has follower only mode. Never mind. Let's move on. And then go to the next one because it's their personal choice. And there's been some people I said, I'm like, yeah, I'm not following them because you have follower only mode on. And I was in chat with them in my Discord, and you're like, what? Like, wait, what? Like, yeah, you got follower only mode. I'm not going to follow you. Like, sorry, that's just that's just how I am. Like, I believe that I should be able to like talk, but your reasoning makes sense too. It's all opinionated, and having an opinion is like everyone has an asshole, but everyone has one. But at the same point, you're not being I can't think of the word for it, tactive about it or being an ass about it. Well, you are, but at the same point, you get what I'm saying. But anyway,
yeah, I'm being abrasive about my opinion because that's just who I am as a person.
Yes.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I think it's very silly. That was the huge problem with the tips community on Twitch Talk, was the fact that there's a lot of generalized advice that people dialed in on one side of it, and that's not the case. Follower only mode being the current one that I just saw today, but it's that's what I love. That's what I love about this. There's so many different ways to hit this. There's so many different ways to grow. Yep. Blah blah blah. Also, Rose did say real quick, I followed people to chat and unfollowed when I was done watching if I didn't like them. And also, yeah, you can unfollow. That's another thing. Just unfollow if you don't like people. I unfollow people constantly. I will happily say that. I follow them on maybe social media, but maybe I don't like their stream. Fucking dude. Not everybody can be your audience.
Like shit. Like my final hour shows do really well, but my gaming stuff is below my normal final hour show. But I don't care because I'm having fun and I'm showing my viewers I'm having fun. But we are actually reaching close to that hour mark. We got like 10, 15 minutes, which is fine if we go over a little bit. But at the same point, I'm going to start asking my closing questions. The first one is there during the interview or / this hangout, whatever you want to call it, I got to rebrand that name. It's not really an interview. It's more like a hangout. Now, is there any question during the show that you wanted to cover, thought of, wanted to ask, or didn't get asked, you thought I would ask, but you just want to talk about?
I will say, if you're doing shows and interviews, I've noticed this, and I asked this question too, and I need to stop. It's your show. You shouldn't be asking this question. You shouldn't. If I have a topic, I'm going to bring it up. If I'm a good guest on top of it, I should be able to bring it up, which I've done for multiple things, I think. And I'm not, this isn't me like attacking you on your show. I think that's a very, if I want to talk about something with other podcasters, it's the fact that you need to be in charge of your show. And I see a lot of podcasters or interview style podcasts do that shit where they ask that exact question. I go, shouldn't you know? I'm a victim of it as well, but it's like,
the thing is, like, there's been a lot of times where I've run over time, and then I sit there and I'm like, hey, is there anything you want to talk about? And I understand what you're saying, but at the same point, it's like, it brings up a different topic we could talk about for the next like 15 minutes. It's happened before.
Yeah, but I think if the conversation is going, you shouldn't. And if you hit your time, you hit your time. You have to move on. Unfortunately, I don't have any questions. I came into this to be myself as I usually am. I think I honestly thought I was going to be a lot less energized, but clearly, once again, streaming makes me fucking
right. It's like a drug. It's like a drug, but it isn't at the same time. Okay, since we got that covered and your interesting opinion, asshole. But anyway.
Hey, dude, I told you I am who I am.
I love it when people are real. I just love it because it actually brings things to life. Now, with all that being said, do you have any stories about fire?
Any stories about fire?
Yeah, did you see or create one?
I did eat some really crappy Mexican food last Tuesday, and there was fire coming out of my ass. But I mean,
fair enough. I mean,
fire story. No, I don't. Where's this question stem from? This is an interesting one.
Okay, I had Mystery Pop Tart Official, which is one of my regulars on my channel.
Okay.
We started talking about fire somehow. It just got brought up when I'm playing Apex, and she's like, one day I was drunk. I threw a propane tank in a campfire. It blew up and burnt down a bridge.
Well, okay.
Okay,
that's bad.
My other buddy was paid to because the demolition building, so he burnt down a whole building. And what got how he got fascinated with fire is that he blew off fireworks, and the fireworks went right into a gas truck because he left the lid open, and the gas truck went boom.
Like a truck?
Yes,
like
a truck. Yeah, llama redeem. But yeah, yes. I got some interesting viewers.
I'm not interested. Okay, that's not true. I'm interested in a certain sense. I don't have any fire stories. No, I don't. I never play with fire in any way. I lit a candle earlier. It smells like fucking lemons in here.
Fair enough.
That's my experience with fire right now.
Okay.
I unfortunately never did crazy shit with fire. It's pretty vanilla. That's not true. I've done crazy shit. I once pissed on a hobo by accident. Why? I don't know why that one came into my mind. I was just drinking it at Ocean City, Maryland, and apparently we peed on a dude's home. It was just a bush, so that was crazy. I was like, "Hey, dude, don't live in a bush."
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
No fire. I guess water.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good though. So is there any interesting facts about yourself that no one really knows about? Just like something that's really down low that only like a handful of people you might have told, or it's just like, man, this one day I did this, or like just interesting fact in general.
An interesting fact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude. Very fucking wrench in the saga. I have interesting fact now. I mean, I've been to Japan 6 times. That's interesting, I guess. I've done everything art-wise. Interesting. I'm a comedian, a musician, an artist. I sew. I used to make custom jackets. I have a bowl of cereal right here that I didn't get to finish because my tummy hurts. Interesting. I don't know, dude. I'm not super. My personality is what's interesting about me. I think I don't do anything per se. I'm not like a contortionist. I don't have any hidden talents.
Okay.
I have a pretty average looking body.
Right. What instrument did you play in a band? Did you sing? Or play guitar?
I sang and I played guitar. I tried both of those.
Your demeanor makes so much sense now. I get it.
Why?
Because you want all the spotlight on you, and you got your point, and you want to stay across, and you know what you want to say, and you're very like strict with it and stubborn with it, but yet you will listen to others, but still stay on your direction.
Yes or no. I mean, I can dial it both ways, I think, because clearly I do the interviews, but I wouldn't say I was ever a spotlight person. I just, for whatever reason, we wanted to start a band, and I was the only one that kind of sang. That's not true. My buddy Tom sort of did vocals as well, but his were like really, really, really high He did like really high girl vocals for some reason. So like, this isn't the direction we want to take. So I played rhythm guitar. I tried to play rhythm guitar and I tried to sing and it was fun. I guess when I can get outgoing, normally I keep talking, but I never want to say I was the type of person. Like I interviewed one dude, Wings, and he said, or actually a couple of people who say they love being the center of attention. And that's an interesting thing to like say, like to actually say, I want to be the center of attention feels, there's something that clicks and maybe is like a human aspect where you go, that doesn't seem right. Like who wants to, maybe it's because I'm deep in my soul an introvert, but am I wrong in saying that? Like, do you ever want to be the center of attention?
I mean, if I'm doing something where everyone is like I'm doing in the spotlight, like this kind of show, like in a sense, like this show, like I'm the center and you're the center. But it's like
streaming in general,
yeah, like that, yeah. But I'm not going to sit here like I want to be the center of that is weird.
Yeah,
but it's true.
I think I got added. What happened in the chat? I'm sorry,
maybe
chat.
I don't know.
Llama, he has an addiction to Chobani. Oh yeah, I have an addiction to Cinnabon and Chobani. That's my secret.
Why are you pulling at me? Why are you pulling at me? Now I know this is kind of like another one where you're like run your show and stuff, but at the same point, I always ask this. I know you don't know Blood Vixen, my wife, but I always ask, do you have any questions for me and Blood?
Do I have any questions for you? What made you get into podcasting, dude? Why are you doing this?
I joined, a guy suggested it, and we did a podcast together. And when we did, I fell in love with it. I instantly was like, let's go. I want to do this. Okay. He also suggested, like, you know what we should do is interview like Twitch streamers. I went, okay. And he was supposed to be on, and we had a falling out, and it ended up being like I tried it once with a friend. It went good, and kind of like how you started, friend, and then some streamers and everything. And it ended up being something I just love doing. Everyone enjoys it, and that's why I love doing it. I started and just keep going.
What's your goal? Where would you like this to head?
My goal is to be able to quit my labor job because I'm tired of doing labor. But I also don't want to rely on my Twitch stream from donations. I want to rely on my YouTube. I want to rely on corporations instead of my viewers giving handouts. I love it when people help out with the stream and help with build, but that's not something I want to rely on. So like if you can't help, just watch, share the stream, go like share my videos. That's more like sometimes that's more help than throwing money. But that's where I want to go. That's what I want to do.
That is a very, very smart move. I know you say you talk to like a businessman. That's exactly it. Your YouTube is where your content needs to live. That is very, very smart. Because as wonderful as these live shows are, as wonderful as the audience is, it's not where you're going to make the money. You need to invest in some way. I still need to sort of figure that out. I mean, YouTube really isn't popping off for me. I looked at your YouTube. You have some good videos. You do some other like off podcast stuff on there that popped off, which of course it does. That's the stuff that education, finance, that shit.
That's what got me partnered was the TikTok education shit. Yep.
Yeah, but that's super. I like that. That's very like spot on with shit. Yeah, it's just what are you doing differently? Like, what are you doing to invest in your future with streaming? Those are my questions to everyone. How are you unique?
I'm unique because of my show. It is different from anyone else because it is me. But at the same point, I don't care who's on the show. I will interview someone that I don't know, and the show could be totally train wrecked because like I don't know the person at all, or there's no like connection, can't crack it open. And I hate and love those interviews because it teaches me new linguistic skills, social skills, and it's like, how can I pry you open to find what is so good that you want to talk about, like the shiny thing I just found that's in my brain only, and get them going. So I don't care. Like you could have one follower and you just start making llamas, but start making content, and that's where I'm at. Like that's kind of like how I want to go. Like that's what's different about me. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, do I want like Mr. Beast on the show or like some like top creators? Like, yeah. But at the same point, like I want to meet people like you, people like Carmilla, or who else is in chat? Like people just in chat. Pterodactyl lady is awesome lady. I did not even realize who she was until I met her, and it was just best friend I've made. Almost all my friends I met on the show. So
yeah,
and
I've made connections with friends in real life that I haven't talked to in forever. Like I've had both ends. I've made friends obviously through streaming, and then friends who I've lost touch with in real life. But that's commendable. That's very nice of you. I think at this point for me, I do care who I have on the show. I think it's getting to the point now where I have to be a little conscious of who I have on the show, and I that's part of the investing in the future. Obviously, I'm going to build my relationships with other creators. I'm going to build a library of content and bigger, quote unquote, bigger creators. Like ultimately, do I want to fucking interview like Ludwig and Pokey and fucking Valkyrie?
Yeah.
People like that. Yes,
Komiko,
I'm going to.
Yep.
Oh my God, Komiko.
She came out of left field with that freaking VR stuff, and it's on point. It's so cool.
And it's not even the VR; it's the fact that her show is so interactive. She was able to take what we do, interviews, and put a twist on it and make it as interactive as possible. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. That's not my thing. Mine is full conversation. Unfortunately, chat, as much as I love you, I'm not going to pay full attention to you. Hopefully, the conversation can fill those gaps of interactiveness. But I want to interview those people. I will interview those people. I will make my way. I will get creators. I will put myself in the right places. I will be introduced to the right people. I don't necessarily want to interview everybody. I did open up finally smaller slots for people interested, but I made it very fucking clear. I only want people with stories. I want people who are actually building towards something. I want people who are putting in the effort in their shows.
Yes.
I don't have time to just sit and I sound like this fucking asshole. I sound like Dr. fucking Evil. Like I don't if I truly want this passion project to be into something.
But that's how you want your show to go. That's the thing. Like that's how you want to run it, and that's what you're going for. But when I started doing this, that's just how I wanted to go. Like I just want to meet people. I mean, and I know like some shows are not going to do that good. Like there's some people that I will meet and show, and it'll go nowhere. But point being, like, it still is a show. Chat's going to come and hang out, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
But now, the next question is, and the last one, is there any particular person that you would like to actually see on the show and refer to be on the show?
On your show?
Yes. You get to choose.
Oh man.
Oh man, I know, right? Making you choose. Yes, I do the Uno flip card on my show a lot.
Once again. oh my God, Aaron. No. Yeah, get Neo Firefly on.
I don't know. Do you know that person?
Oh, I know that person.
Uh-oh, that sounds really interesting.
You want to talk about fucking drama? Yeah, have Neo Firefly on. Get Neo on. Neo Firefly.
Okay.
Neo Firefly is a friend, but right now, as he has, maybe he's watching this, maybe not. I don't know. But he is we went through a bunch of stuff recently. He left the server, blah, blah, blah. He was kind of someone that made waves in our community, unfortunately. So we're joking because we're fucking bullies, and we're the mean girls. Rose and Aaron we're in the mean girls club. I don't. As far as like you could have him on. He's a comic maker. He's made comics. Like when he's not making waves with people, he can be creative. He has made content, but. As far as anybody else, I mean, for any of the people I've talked to, any of the people I've interviewed, I literally go through my YouTube and just, maybe not everybody. That's mean to say, but
no, it's facts.
Well, okay. It's mostly because a lot of them have stopped streaming.
Really? Isn't that weird? Like how people just stop and you're like, where'd they go?
I don't think it's weird because it's depending on what your expectations going into streaming. You know, you kind of have to be like, is it something you truly want to build on? Is it a hobby? And it's confusing at first. Especially if you had affiliate or you join those communities like I did, you get like this mindset. You're just like, oh my God, I can monetize this. It's all about the fucked up thing. Like we have to monetize our hobbies. We don't. Like I don't have to monetize me playing games. Like obviously now I want to monetize conversation like podcast to do that, but yeah, it's I don't, as far as people I have on the show, I have so many people that I've been introduced to that are so cool. The list goes on. Anybody in my Discord,
ain't that crazy how much people you meet doing this and like how like interesting it can get?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. As often as I have these conversations, I still find new things or different ways to talk about streaming. Like no matter, even coming into this conversation, I was just like, fuck, I'm drained, I'm tired. What am I going to talk about? And obviously here I am blabbling on like a fucking like an insane person.
I found out something that I could be like, here, let's talk about this, let's go. And then I pull that U-turn, and you're like, whoa, where'd that come from? I'm like, shit.
That's good. It put me for a loop, so it kept my ADD intact. But no, it is very interesting how I can have conversations with two people who might be playing Call of Duty that don't seem like they have anything, or like seem like they're the exact same person, but I can have a completely different conversation.
Exactly, and it's awesome the meeting of people. Yeah. But that was the final hour. This was a good time. I enjoyed myself. I hope you did. I mean, it's interesting times.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm fresh tonight, dude. I'm tired. I went through a whole fucking thing.
Oh, you good. You good. I know. I understand.
Hopefully the audience enjoyed me being a dick. The final hour. If this is my true final hour on the internet, everybody.
No, it won't be. It won't be. Unless you decide to just disconnect and be like, fuck this. I'm going to just like chill at home.
Yeah, what if I just stop stop streaming altogether? Like no more shows. All my book shows are fucking, and I just fucking yeet. I just yeeted off the planet. And not like the planet, like not like completely, but like just stop streaming. You're just like, what the fuck? The Patreon members would be pissed.
Yep. But
anyway,
with that being said, I'm going to keep you on the line after this for a little bit, but we're actually going to go and raid the streamer. I think it's GeoRob. I am not sure, but I randomly stumbled upon him scrolling through YouTube, and there is no, or Twitch, there's no findability, but point being, I found him. He actually was pretty cool. He's really good at Apex. I know most of you guys know me from playing Apex too, so we're going to go show him some love. I hope you all enjoyed the show. I really do, because I enjoyed having you on the show, and I hope it was just a good time. I really do. I will see you all another time. Probably, what's it today? Thursday? Yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. And with that being said, have a good day. Peace out. And bye-bye.
Smooches, everybody.
Yeah, smooches. Mwah, 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 mwah.